Let us discuss on other aspect of the general insurance topic in this lecture series. I welcome all the friends again for the lecture series 3, where we are supposed to discuss the second part of the health insurance. In the first part of the health insurance in lecture series 2, we have already studied the health insurance concept, and we have seen the different types of the health insurances. We have seen the disability insurance policies, mediclaim policies, group mediclaim policies, etc. Now, in this part of the lecture series relating to health insurance the points, discussion points, we need to study these important aspects. The first one is personal accident policy. Second one is child welfare policy. Third one is employee group insurance, features of group health insurance, and group availability plans. Now, friends, while we are discussing the basic functions and types of the insurance, we have seen that the health insurance is of two types. Two classifications are made in the health insurance, two categories. First one is called as individual health insurance policies, where a single person takes the policy on his health. Maybe it is a accidental health, disability health, or maybe mediclaim policy. When the individual person takes it, is called an individual policy, where only one life is covered, single life is covered under the policy. And we have one more category called group insurance policies. Group insurance policies will cover the different aspects like accidental policy, then medical policy in a group way, where one single premium will cover the several lives. So that is what we have group discussion. Sorry, group insurance policies. Now, in this lecture series, we will see the personal accident policy, which is basically an individual type of a policy. Second one is a child welfare policy, which is again a individual type of policy. And we have group health insurance policies, group health insurance policies, that is in the group form. And other group available plans, what other group available plans will cover the group under one single policy insurance contracts. We will discuss those aspects. Now let us understand what is a personal accident policy. Personal accident insurance is a policy that can reimburse your medical cost, provide compensation in case of disability or death caused by accidents. Then the insurance policy pays a certain amount depending upon the nature of the disability. Personal accident insurance is an annual policy which provides compensation in the event of injuries, disabilities, or death caused solely by violent accident, external and visible events. Here in this case, the term accident has its own scope. Accident does not mean only the vehicle accident. In this personal accident policy, any type of accident happens in the factory premises or accident happens outside the factory premises at their individual level while riding the vehicles, or accident happens by falling down from the staircase or from the building, any kind of accident happens, so the compensation shall be made. If it is only vehicle accident, it is covered under motor insurance policy schemes. But if it is an accident floating for all the reasons, not only the collusion of the things, any kind of a medical emergencies arise out of a accident policy are covered under the health insurance scheme. So here personal accident policy in a health insurance scheme is nothing but a health related expenditures covered due to the accident happened to the policy holder. If the policy holder meets an accident, maybe of any kind, maybe of any kind, and if the medical emergencies arise and the medical expenses are incurred, in such cases the health insurance policy will recover those medical expenses and help the policy holder. So this is what we call as accidental policies. If it is a personal accidental policy, is a single individual policy where an individual takes the policy on his personal way, in his personal way. That is a individual health insurance, accident health insurance policy. What are the features of this accidental policy, health insurance policy? Accidental insurance policy covers the death loss to the family holders or the dependents. If the policy holders dies in an accident, then his nominee gets accidental death compensation. The family is financially secure in this situation. The compensation can vary from rupees 5 lakhs to 1 crore as per the terms of the contract and the amount of the premium. If the premium is paid high by the insurance policyholder, coverage can be given up to 1 crore rupees. The second important feature is a permanent total disability in an accident. This can also be one of the clauses in the accidental health policy, that if a person becomes a permanent disability refers to losing of any of the organs permanently, which affects his profession, which affects his life. At the time of at times, despite medical help, the victim becomes disabled for life in spite of giving a treatment and all that, but it is beyond the control of medical science. Sometimes the person may be get disability, then the insurance policy pays a certain amount depending upon the nature of the disability. The policy also covers loss of speech. In this case, disability includes various categories. One is the fractures of the bone, backbone, and all that, where the person cannot work further, or it can be certain kinds of impairment happens because of body injuries, maybe loss of speech, unable to speak because of the accident. Second one is loss of vision. If he loses the eyes to see in both the eyes, that is called permanent. And hearing loss, hearing, if he may not be able to hear because the eardrum is damaged due to accident, in such cases certain amount of disability amount is paid. In case of permanent disability, throughout his particular period of time, he will be compensated every month for that particular life maintenance. Then we have permanent partial disability. Permanent partial disability is applicable if the person has partially lost his hearing in 1 year. 1 year, if both the ears are lost, it is a, full damage, but partial is a single ear, or suffered eyesight loss in one eye, or it could be that a policyholder has lost an index finger. If he loses an index finger of the right hand, especially, he is unable to write properly, a thumb, or even a hand. In all these cases, the policyholder can approach the insurers for the claim. In this case, specific amount of some assured value will be compensated to the person. Then second one is transportation benefit. Transportation benefit is for people attending the deceased person or a hospitalized person, for if they are staying away from the home. This is also one of the features added in the accidental policy. Some insurers also grant a family transportation benefit. Say the insured person is in a hospital outside 150 kilometers of his home. The immediate family member will incur certain transportation expenses to reach the hospital, either by air or by train or by ship or any kinds of transportation means. The insurance will reimburse these expenses up to the maximum limit of rupees 50,000 in most of the personal accidental insurance claims. So this is one of the riders that we can add to the personal accidental policy. Further benefits such as coverage of other factors like education and employment benefits. If at all the education is required, further education is required to sustain the life due to a permanent disability, or certain kinds of employment benefits required, and for the dependents and all that, and the funeral expenses are also covered under this policy. It depends on the terms and conditions and the policy characters entered at the time of entering into contract between the insurance company and the policyholder. The next important is, before buying the accidental policy, one must keep these things in mind. That is, the compensation is made in certain cases only. All accidents are not covered under the accidental policy. First important is the dates. An accident insurance policy provide a free look period of 15 days. Once you take a policy, free look period of 15 days, that is a waiting period will be made. So after the 15th day only the accidental policy will be applicable. It means that previous pre policy contract disabilities are not included. And even after taking the policy, 15 days is the waiting period where the policy holder has will not be covered under the contract. After the 15 days of the insurance contract, it will start covering the accidental uh, related compensations. This allows you to cancel the policy within that period. There is a grace period of 30 days for a policy renewal. If at all you have to renew the policy, this policy is a perfectly an indemnity policy where if the loss happens during 1 year, the policy will be compensating. If loss does not happen, insurance premium will not be returned. Like that, if at all the policy has to be continued for one more term, 30 days time will be given to the policy holder to pay the premium. Within 30 days, if he does not pay the insurance policy premium after the expiry of the time date, then the policy will get automatically cancelled. Then after 30th day, if he wants to continue the policy, he has to enter into a new kind of a contract with giving a full details about the health and other things. Then the next important thing is all the deaths do not cover are not covered under this insurance contract, this accidental policy. Insurer will not cover any loss arising out of acts of a war or terror. Any kind of accidents arises because of the war or terror attack, this policy will not compensate for that. Even if it is an accidental policy, the accident should have happened by the uncontrollable phenomena of the person, but not the war and the terror. It will not cover any claim regarding existing physical disabilities. If the person is having any existing pre-existing diseases, like if he has a Parkinson disease while driving the car, if at all there is a accident happens due to the severity of the Parkinson's problem, then this policy will not compensate. Or any pre-existing diseases, if the person is having any already having a heart surgery and taken the policy, and if while driving if heart fails, then the compensation will not be paid, considering that there is a pre-existing disease because he has undergone an operation of the heart before taking the policy. So this is the utmost good faith information that the person has to declare and decide the contract. The exclusion also comprise mental disorders, HIV or AIDS. If the person gets HIV or AIDS and becomes a disabled or dies, this policy will not cover. And congenital anomalies, the insurer will not honor any intentional injury claims. There are certain intentional injury claims like injuries arising from participation in adventure sports come under exclusions as well. If at all he is undertaking any adventure kinds of things out of interest, curiosity, and gets an injury, it is not covered in the policy because adventure participation is at its own personal risk where the insurance policy will not compensate. This includes activities like bungee jumping, mountaineering, and river rafting, etc. And even if the person commits any kinds of suicides and all that, this policy will not cover. So these are all the limitations of this uh, personal accident insurance, health insurance policy. There are different types of accidental health policies. One is self plan, that is a single person is covered. Self and family plan, sometimes the family members they can also be covered. It is not a group insurance because in group insurance employer will take the policy on the employee, but it is a single policy itself but covers the family. It is called as a self floater policy, family floater policy, where one single premium covers the family members. Any one of the family members get injury will be compensated and are covered under the plan. For the family floater policies and all that, the premium will be little bit high. When it is a single person's premium, it is less. When the number of family members like wife or children and all are covered, in such cases the premium will be increasing. Sometimes the dependents, if a person is unmarried and dependents are his parents, father and mother, they can also be covered in the policy. And sometimes if the person is also already married and having the dependents also, all the people of the family like wife, children, and parents, father and mother, all are covered. You cannot cover your brother, sister, or anybody else because the insurable interest cannot be proved in the contract. Only parents can be included because insurable interest will be holding appropriate, and in case of wife and children, insurable interest is holding appropriate. Therefore, this policy under the family plan plus dependent parents do not include sisters, brothers, aunts, and uncles. Okay. Next one is we have one more policy called child welfare policy. Sometimes, along with this health insurance policies, some additional benefits can also be included in this, called as child welfare policy. The terminology child welfare is for the welfare of the child if the person becomes disabled or dies due to certain accidental things. In this case, this policy provides life insurance cover to one girl child. It is only for protecting the interest of the girl child, where it is allowed under IRD and all that. Only one girl child is allowed under the contract. The family, in the event of permanent disability or accidental death of one or both of the parents, even if one parent dies, this is applicable to the girl child, or if both the parents dies also, it is applicable to the girl child. So the girl child is, life is covered, that is compensation is covered for her education, for her survival till the age of 18. The company will make an investment in a specified institution and releases the fixed sum of money annually for the girl child expenses like education or maintenance, life maintenance expenses and all that. It is mainly because the parents disability, the girl child may not be able to get a financial support. In this case, insurance companies will take the helping hand, will make a helping hand to the child to survive properly. The basic features of this welfare policy, child welfare policy, is only one girl child would get the coverage under the policy. If the parents are having two more children, or two girl children, it is not applicable to both. They can include any one girl, which name it can be mentioned. The age of the girl at the time of the policy purchase should be between the age of 0 to 18. So maximum age that a girl child can be covered under this policy is 18 years. If it is more than 18 years, it is not considered a child, it becomes an adult. Hence, this policy cannot cover the adults. The girl child will receive maintenance amount every year till the age of 18. Say for example, if the disability happens to the parents of the girl at the age of sixth year of her age, till the age of 18, the annual maintenance will be received by the girl child from that sum assured value. After the attaining the age of 18, the total sum assured value will be paid to the girl child. Then the fourth important feature is this policy compensate the girl child in case of death, permanent disability due to accident of the parents. If the girl child parents are becoming permanently disabled due to accident, then only this policy will be applicable. So this is an additional feature that can be added with the health insurance policies while taking the policy by the parents. Okay, next we have child welfare policies does not cover the following risk. What are the risks which cannot be covered under the child insurance policy? In case of the parent's death or disability caused by pre-existing disability or condition. The parents become disabled because of the pre-existing in the sense before taking the policy. If there are any kinds of ailments, any kinds of problems with the health related aspects, and that creates a disability after taking the policy, if it is proved that the person becomes disabled not because of not before the taking the policy and all that, then the compensation will not be made to the girl child. Whether death or disability is caused by an injury due to alcohol consumption or drug abuse, where if the death or disability happens or accident happens, injury happens because of alcoholic consumption, then this policy will not cover any kinds of things, because it becomes an unnatural death, unnatural disability. Any kind of a natural disability due to accident will be covered under this policy. Next one is death due to an earthquake. If at all accident happens and death happens due to earthquake, death due to suicide or self inflicted injury, death or disability due to insanity if the person becomes a mad, if a policyholder becomes a mad, and because of that insanity, if he undergoes any kind of accident and becomes disabled or dies, in that case also the child will not be covered under the policy. Disability or death due to nuclear weapons or nuclear substances, any kinds of nuclear attacks, any kinds of chemical attacks happens. In such cases, if the injury and death happens also, it will not be covered because it is not a natural kind of a disability. Then these are the very important types of what you call as personal policies: personal accident policy, child welfare policy. Now we will discuss on the group insurance policies. That is what employee group insurance policy. What is an employee group insurance policy? It is a unique kind of a policy where an employer can take the policy on the lives of the on the health of the employees working under in his organization. It is a single kind of a contract which covers multiple people or multiple health problems under the insurance contract. A group health insurance plan is used to provide risk coverage to the people who belong to a specific group. Generally, this policy is given by employers to employees. When the group health insurance is provided by the employer, then both employee and employer are supposed to be the beneficiary. This group insurance policy will benefit both employer and employees. Employees will get a compensation from the insurance company, but employer will be getting the confidence of the employees for giving them this kind of policies, because this is what we call as a organizational ethics, that the employees should be cared for. That is what workers care, worker satisfaction kind of an activity taken by the employer. Such kind of employers are highly regarded by the employees. The employees prefer to work in such a good organization where their health related aspects are taken care. A group or a corporate health, this group insurance policy is also called as a corporate health insurance policy. It is purchased by an employer for a single employee, for an eligible employee of a company. One of the key employee benefit packages provided by the employers, a group health insurance plan in some cases may also provide cover for to family members of the employees. In certain group policies, not only covers the health expenses of the workers or the employees, but also covers the family members of the employees. There is an extensive kind of a policy that are available. The basic features of this group insurance plans are it is an indemnity contract between the employer organization and insurance company. It is a contract between insurance company and the employer organization. It is not a contract between the workers of the organization and the insurance company. Workers of the organizations are only the beneficiaries, but this is actually contract entered into between the organization of the employer and the insurance company, where organization of an employer prefers to pay or agrees to pay a certain sum of a premium, and insurance company will agree to compensate the health of a listed employees or a number of employees under the contract. So depending on the number of employees working in the organization and there is grade and age limits and all that, insurance premium is decided. Once the insurance premium is decided, throughout the year the organization has to pay the same amount of insurance. Sometimes it can be a lengthy contract also, maybe for 15 years, 20 years, like that, and the coverage will be made to the employees. The premium is paid to the insurance company by the employer in the name of the firm. Remember here in this case, feature number 2, the premium is not paid by the employees in their name, where the employer in the name of the organization will pay the compensate the premium to the insurance company. Third, the beneficiary list includes the name of all the employees submitted to the insurance company along with the premium. When the premium is submitted, list of the employees who are covered under the contract are attached with it and submitted to the insurance company. Insurance company will compensate any of the person or several persons who get health related issues. Compensation shall be made to them. The addition and deletion of the employees is possible as per the recruitment policies. Whenever there is a retirement of the employees, old employees will be deleted from the list. Whenever there is a new recruitment happens, new employees will be included in the list, provided the maximum number of employees are already discussed. Say, for example, if 100 employees are discussed, are entered into a contract, 100 employees are list is prepared, you can add and delete, but the total number of the employees should be within 100. It means that this policy benefit can be taken by the employee only if he is working in the organization. If he resigns or retires from the organization, the benefit will not be sought. This is what the idea of this clause. Next, the claim of the insurance is processed through the employer organization by the employee. If the employee gets hospitalized or gets injury and medical treatment is undergoing, then the claim will be made not individually by the employees of the organization to the insurance company. It will be processed through the organization. So organization will be having a section to claim for this kind of a thing. There is a person like finance manager will be involved in settling the claims of the employees. So he will collect all the papers, sign and put the signature of the organization, and then forward it to the insurance company. Then insurance company will make the verification of all the documents and pays to the hospitalized person's hospital as per the things. Next, the terms and conditions of the group insurance plans are customized by the insurance company as per the needs of the employer organization. It is customized. There is no what you call as a standard kind of a things. It can be customized. Some insurance companies will understand the needs of the employer, needs of the workers, their hazards, exposures, and all that. They will customize that particular thing. Say, for example, the people working in the mining, a very risky and what you call as very tedious kinds of a jobs where risk is more prone to happen to the health. In such cases, the specific policies, terms and conditions are decided, and customized policies are issued to the organizations of such kind. Then the last one is employer after paying the premium to the insurance company may reimburse it from the employees or part of it in the form of contributory system. When the paid by the employer, if the employer pays the insurance premium, that insurance premium will be transferred on the head of the employees. It is deducted from their salary and reimbursed by the employer. In certain cases, in some good companies, they will not charge anything, but all the insurance premium will be paid because it is subject to get the tax benefit also to the organizations. Like companies like Tata's, Infosys, and all that, employers never collect any amount of insurance premium from the workers, from the employees. It is included already in the what you call as recruitment program. It is a part of the salary which is already included. In some companies, what happens, when they implement this kind of a policy and this kind of plans, group insurance plans, they will deduct a certain portion of the salary from the workers and remit it to the insurance company in a collective way, in a pooled way. This is another feature of it. Now, the basic advantages of this group health insurance plan is it helps both the employers as well as employees. What is the benefit to the employers? One is it helps the employers to retain the good employees. Because of this scheme, most of the employees will be secured, and they feel the organization is good and they retain for a long period of time. Then next one is a tax benefit. Under section 80Z, the corporate tax is also given an exemption rebate to a maximum amount of so they mentioned in the act. That to get that benefit, these things will help the organizations, employer organizations. Then it is a kind of employee motivation also, because employees will get motivated when such kind of welfare practices are made in the organization. Such organizations are considered to be standard organizations. And next one is the employee welfare at a lower cost. When you take a group insurance policy, the group insurance policy will is having a certain flexibility and help, because first of all the premium is low. If you are taking individual insurance policies, then the per head expenditure will be more. But when you make it as a group insurance policy, the premium will be very low, and less, and each employee's contribution for the insurance premium will be very low. Second important point benefit is the welfare practices can be made at a cheaper rates by the employee organization, because as a part of the corporate social responsibility. This is welfare is one of the aspects where they can easily achieve it with a low cost. There are certain benefits to the employees also. If you consider health insurance for entire family of the employees, most of the health insurance covers the family also. So therefore they are relieved from the tension of medical expenditure for the family also. Even if any child of the employer or wife of the employer gets hospitalized, they can reimburse. But here utmost good faith should be maintained, because parents of the employee and the wife and children of the employee are covered under this policy. Next one is a pre-existing disease is waived. If at all the employee is having any pre-existing diseases, and when he joins an organization as a after joining an organization, he becomes a beneficiary, where the insurance companies will not ask for the pre-existing diseases and all that. Even if there is a pre-existing diseases also and a hospitalization is done, compensation shall be made by the insurance company. But when you take a single individual policy, in utmost good faith, you have to declare the health standards, and if there are any pre-existing diseases are there, premium will be increased or it will not be compensated, telling that there is a pre-existing disease. So this is one more advantage to the employees. Next one is extensive range of coverage. The range of coverage will be extensive. That is from hospitalization expenditure, nurse expenditure, and all these things are extensively covered in this case. In certain kinds of group health insurance policies, even disability is also compensated throughout the life of the employee, disability and all that. Then the maternity kind of thing is also included. What is a maternity? If a women employee uh, delivering a child, pregnancy and delivery of the child, the 6 months without with pay leaves are given under, and which are covered under this health policies. So these are all the advantages to the employees and employers. Next one is group availability insurance plans. We have different types of group availability insurance plans. We have already seen the group medical policies. Group medical policies are the Mediclaim policies taken on the group, where the hospital expenditures are covered under the policy. The second one is group term life policies. Term life policies are the group policies where the person will be compensated after the retirement. That is a gratuity benefit. Even in gratuity benefit also, insurance companies will enter into a contract with the organizations and take the responsibility of paying a gratuity at the time of the retirement to the employees. For eligibility of the gratuity, employee should work in an organization for at least 10 years. If he does not work for the continuously 10 years, he will not be eligible for gratuity benefits and all that. Gratuity is a lump sum amount given to the employee at the time of retirement. So most of the private organizations will enter into a insurance contract in a group insurance life policies and provide this. This is not the part of the health insurance. This is a part of life insurance contract, comes under the life insurance contract in this case. Next one is a group personal accident policy, that we have already seen. Accidental policy, group personal accident policies, the individual employee will be covered under this policy by the organization itself for any of the accidents happens to them in the work environment. Maybe machine defects, machinery kind of a thing, injuries happening in the factory during the job. These all things will be compensated under this policy. Next, we have a workers' compensation policy, as it is compulsory as per the 1923 Workers' Compensation Act, where all the workers who may be temporary, permanent, or outsourced people and all that working in an organization gets injury and becomes disabled, it becomes the responsibility of the organization to cover them under a policy, where the group policy is taken for compensation benefits of the workers working in the factory, especially the technical workers working in the floor shop, that is called as the in the workshop, will be covered under this policy. Next one is we have public liability policies. Public liability policies are the liabilities of the organization to protect the lives of the people who enter the factory premises, who enter the organizations and companies. Any person becomes injured and gets hospitalized, that person will be compensated by the insurance company. That kind of a social obligatory policies are there in them. For example, if at all the students in the college who are staying in the hostel becomes injured or becomes health has related things and they are hospitalized, the group health insurance policy under the public liability policy will help to compensate the students. Even any visitor in the factory entering the factory premises and becomes injured, if the person is authoritatively allowed to enter the factory premises, in such cases the medical expenses are covered under this policy. So this is what we call as public liability policy. So these are the various kinds of discussions needed under the health insurance contract. So here we will finish out the health insurance policy, and in the next class we will start with another topic. I thank all the students for their patience listening. The next discussion topic in next lecture is the fire insurance. We'll see the fire insurance related aspects in the next thesis. So in the next discussion. So I thank all the students for their patience listening. So here we will end the lecture. Thank you.